Trying to escape one reality and safely enter another, which may or may not turn out to be real, is the story of every refugee and immigrant. And the world certainly has plenty of those recently. In the last 2 weeks, the Theatrica Theater Company and Brooklyn Gypsies Collective will team up to bring you the story for the stage to Spanish-speaking audiences. The play is Yoleros. And, right, they're here to tell us all about it.
Joining us are the man who wrote Yoleros, Alex Vázquez Escaño. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Also with us are two of the three cast members, Matia Vargas, a close relative of mine. Nice to meet you. And a returning guest to BK Live. I think it's his fourth time with us, Modesto Flaco Jimenez, who is also the co-founder of Brooklyn Gypsies. Welcome back to the show, Flaco.
Thank you.
Okay, now Alex, we've got a clip here of the play. Tell us what we're about to see.
We're going to see Maximo and Demesio 6 days after being lost without water, food, and frustration builds up, and this is what we see.
And this is what we see. Okay,
Yes.
let's go there.
Yo sí tengo ese problema, como un acto que tú olvides, ¿sabes?
Okay, that's going to keep going on there in the background. This was from the March production,
Yes.
where you guys already won the Ola for Best Ensemble.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Three-person play.
That's
Yeah.
right,
Got it
that's
together.
right. Tell us what inspired you to write this
I mean,
out.
growing up in the Dominican Republic, hearing about Yoleros, people jumping out to sea, looking for that new start, new beginning, and I had the story always with me, and I just wanted to tell the story of these people. Why do they go to these extremes looking for that new start? And I just started writing it and listening to the characters, and this is what I have.
Excellent. Matia, you're just like me.
I am.
Also a Vargas,
Also a
but for our
Vargas.
audience to know, we're from here and our families are from DR. What was it like for you to portray somebody from the motherland?
Oh my gosh. It was, first of all, this was my first Spanish language play. I've never done a play in Spanish, and the challenge was a little intense at the beginning. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but being able to perform for the first time in the native tongue with the colloquialisms and the things that my parents are so used to in their language and from the mother country for them was really beautiful and heartwarming, and it's amazing. Yeah.
But Flaco, this has been like a long time coming, from the writing and the development and getting all these brains together. But at this moment, right now, with who's running for president and what's happening around the world, it's like when art and activism meet, there's rarely a time when you get that lightning striking in the desert moment, but we're in it.
Yeah, with me, it was more of my community doesn't get its stories, you know? Yeah. So I was just like, as soon as I was part of the show, and one, it drove me to another level as an actor, because I've never been in a play where like I'm in every page. So that challenged me to like, yo, you gotta step it up. Plus is in your language. Plus your grandmama's gonna be in the audience. And she's gonna understand everything
for the first time.
And this is a lady that has gone to Vermont to see me do just regional theater. So like to give her her first play, I just, you know, it was really important to me to make sure that once I saw her and her reaction, I was just like, Bushwick needs this. This speaks about our day-to-day, the struggles that we go through to make sure that we could say we're immigrants. You know, so to make sure that I respect my neighborhood it was just like I had to figure out how can I figure out a budget, step away from being the actor and figure out how do I bring this play to my community because it definitely needs it. Because we get the roommate play and we get the out of college play, which is what Bushwick has become anyway. So how about a play for the people that were there before, you know, before you swept away the crack vials? So to me, it's that. That's the most important part of it.
Added bonus that your grandma knows you're a good actor now too.
Listen, I don't know.
For real, for real.
I hope so. I don't know. I'm just really happy that he was able to like join forces with Brooklyn Gypsies and say, yeah, we're gonna do this, and no matter how. We literally didn't even have a budget. We were just like, we know the community needs this, and we're gonna Joseph Pap this and just like go out there and like figure out how we're gonna like just make sure the play happens.
And I must say, I'm really happy to have him also, and also Sully Bonelli, who's not here with us, right? He's the other
And a
actor.
shout out to the director, Martin
Balmaceda.
Okay.
The Mesio, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, a really good cast. Like I've never felt so comfortable on stage with Matia and Sully. Oh my God, it has made me like. I could say I'm an actor because I'm working with them and they're pushing me to do stuff that I didn't even know I'm able to do like that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
And
forever
that's what it's
grateful.
all about. And apparently it shows to get best ensemble already.
Yes.
So that already happened, what we saw. Now you're going to be putting it up in Bushwick at the Bushwick Star in December. So you mentioned a lot of these things, Flaco. There's a lot going on in Bushwick right now, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Dominicans there, but there's a lot of gentrification. How do you feel like this play kind of addresses some of those barriers, language and otherwise, that we see now in the neighborhood?
Well, I think, like I said before, I mean, we always looking for that beginning, regardless if whatever country we come from. Yes, we don't throw ourselves in a jola to look for that new beginning, but we all look for the new start. And I think many times Yoleros and people who look for this new start are dismissed as people. Why are they doing this to themselves? But not understanding that the reasons and factors are pushing people away from their motherland. So I think this play just shows that we all have dreams and aspirations just like anyone else.
How gentrification? Like, to me, it's weird because half of my college friends live in my neighborhood now, and we create crazy work that wasn't being embraced that much before in my neighborhood. So to me, is how do I find this balance?
Right.
Of being able to like give my community what it definitely deserves and needs without making it a community weird tap on the back, we're giving you something, I hate that. And how do I address and tell the new person living and not putting them down, because there's 6 of them in an apartment also. You know, it's the realtor.
Right.
So watching those balances and figuring out how do I bless the community with what you need to make sure that, like, and keep it as a constant until some funder, it's like, here's the space or whatever happens. But how do you bring that and address the new people? Yeah, a full Spanish play so you can see how hard we go to make sure we get here. We don't know what's gonna happen when we get here. But guess what? Here's some translation, so now you can actually, you could see it and you could read it, because we're projecting super subtitles.
But speaking of that tension, because I'm thinking back to Maestra Rodriguez when I was in grade 8 in my yearbook. She wrote, Brian, practicar tu español. And I wish I would have listened to her more now sitting here. But what about that, like bringing people in and just emoting? Because even watching it, you know that something is happening. You can feel the sincerity, but there are subtitles as well.
I think with this form of art, at least, it doesn't really matter what language it's being shown in. I mean, you watch foreign films all the time.
Right.
You
An
catch
opera.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
this.
And you catch yourself watching the performances and ignoring the subtitles because you are engaged with what's going on emotionally.
Right.
And hopefully that's what's happening with this play as well. I mean, I have a lot of friends who came and don't know a lick of Spanish and followed along. You know, eventually their gaze just came down off the super titles onto the performance for them, because you understand on an emotional level what's happening, because you're empathizing, hopefully.
Right.
with
How
what's
is it
happening.
actually working technically? Where would the subtitles be? And then talk to us a little bit more about some of the other staging that's going on here that you guys did to make things more believable and really take you to other worlds.
Martin Balmaceda, who's the director, he was able to incorporate projections just to give that feel for the sea, and also use music. I think there's a lot of music throughout Dominican music, but also the second act, as you hear chants. There's a lot of dance, also some coordination with dance.
Okay, the projection game is sick. Let's respect it.
Let's just go
Look,
on out and say that.
This is another reason why I was just like, oh, I've never been in a Spanish play either. So my first one also, and just me being like, wait, hold up, the production of this is as good as like Wooster Group money production. And
Amazing.
wait, yeah, this is what comes to the neighborhood. This is not a tap on the back. There's lights here, there's projections here, there's like 3 projectors going on. There's
It's as good a
music
production as you can see
it's a good a
any
production that you can
theater,
see in any
anywhere,
theater.
everywhere.
Exactly. So
And
that's
then
my
you
point.
can see it because we are so getting wrapped up right now. But tell us where we can come and get a taste of this. December 17th through 19th.
Yeah, you can
Thursday
go
to Saturday.
December 17th through the 19th at the Bushwick Star Theater, 207 Star Street, Brooklyn, New York, between Urban and Wyckoff, the L train to Jefferson.
That's right.
We will also have this is the whole point about Brooklyn Gypsies Collective. At every show, we have food for you afterwards, so you can actually
Wow.
talk.
Yes.
Because that's the part about Brooklyn Gypsies. We want to
Excellent.
create dialogue in everything we do. So
Come.
after every show, before and after, we give you food.
Excellent. Come see the show, eat the food. The Indiegogo has 5 days left. Donate if you
Yes,
can.
please donate to that.
Support, come out and
Really
support.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us, guys.
Thank you very much.